So yeah, we narrowed it down to these three.
That's great.
I think we got a good selection this year. We don't want to end up with like another haunted ween like last year.
Ooh.
I blame that on all the excessive drinking. And not us just being irresponsible.
We don't talk about that anymore.
Yeah, no, I think these will be good.
This is really nice. I like that one. I like the demon stuff of that one. That's really cool.
Yeah, it looks neat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Rich, come on. Like, I know it's Halloween and you want to goof around, but we got to shoot the episode, so let's be a little more professional here, okay?
All right, so what's after this one?
And then there's Shark Exorcist, which that one should be pretty good, yeah.
No!
Well, Jack, happy Halloween.
Oh, it's my favorite time of year. Candy and costumes and coldness. All the C's. All my favorite C's.
And crap, which is what we're going to watch today.
Oh, I get it.
Our first movie is Jacko. I remember seeing this at the video store all the time growing up, but I've never seen it. But it was recommended to us by Patton Oswalt because it's Cameron Mitchell's last film.
Oh no.
So, yeah.
I almost feel like we can't. Like, once we watch this, we know where it ends.
We have to save this for the last best of the worst.
Ever.
That could be this.
This is it.
This is it.
You made it to the last best of the worst. Congratulations, everyone. What a fantastic cover. The legend of Jacko is all but forgotten to the townspeople of Oakmore Crossing, except in the nursery rhymes of children. Oh, so this is Nightmare on Elm Street kind of thing.
Meets Michael Jackson.
Almost 100 years before, Warlock. Yes, okay, no, that is a warlock.
A warlock or someone named Warlock?
No, a warlock,
Okay.
Walter Mechen, was hung for murder. But before he died, he raised up a fury of a demon creature to take revenge on the unwitting townspeople. Many died before it was destroyed and buried forever.
The creature.
The creature was buried forever 100 years ago.
Okay.
Buried forever.
So not forever.
Coming back.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
So we're just brushing over the fact that the movie starts with a warlock?
When a trio of grape robbers.
Grape robbers?
A trio of grape smushers, they make wine there.
This gave me flashbacks to that famous viral video of the woman stepping on the grapes, remember? You don't know what I'm talking about? Everybody knows that.
Jay, we all don't watch the foot fetish videos.
When a trio of grave robbers stumble across Jacko's unmarked grave, they unleash the vengeful monster to continue its bloodthirsty quest.
Pumpkin Monster.
Pumpkin Monster.
Yeah, that's all they needed to say.
Jacko.
What happened to the warlock? Did it say?
He died. Before, oh no, literally he died before he died. I think they said he was hung. They hung him.
Okay.
He might have been hung, but they hung him. Here's the important question. If this is truly Cameron Mitchell's last movie, we got to start taking guesses. Where is he appearing? Who is he going to be? Angry cop? I mean, we can only hope.
Well, he'll be angry. I don't know if he'll be a cop. I'm gonna say he'll be man sitting at desk. My prediction is he's going to be in the same desk he was from Demon Cop. Because if this is his last movie, he's not going anywhere.
Did you find that too terrifying? I mean, has your mind ceased to believe that which I've shown you to be
Cameron
true?
Mitchell, he's going to be on the TV. That'll be it.
Remind you,
Is he at the desk, though?
In the darkest of evils. Welcome.
Yes,
You're so right,
Jay.
Is that the same footage from Demon Cop?
It could very well be.
I don't remember exactly what he said, but because he was like a horror host in that too.
Yeah.
No, he was researching. He was like a doctor that was talking about the.
But it was done in the style of a horror host.
Doesn't he open the movie though, Demon Cop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent call, Jay. You did it.
So we watched this movie for that.
Well, that's
that
Halloween
sink in.
themed.
No, you know what? This is a good starter. This is the good.
I told you I don't trust you.
Okay, Josh.
Oh, hello.
As you know, it's become somewhat of a tradition on Halloween to do a rock and roll themed horror movie.
Yes, it has.
And so I present to you Rock and Roll Nightmare with John Mikel Thor.
Yes. A hot new rock group, their sexy young girlfriends. It should have been the best time of their lives, but it ended up being a rock and roll nightmare.
Oh my God!
How many more times are we going to use this phrase?
Nickelback concert?
Ooh, close.
Huh?
2000 called. It wants its joke back.
That would be funny if Nickelback wasn't still a band, Mike. They're still out there. Recording some new music in an isolated farmhouse, the band gets more than they bargained for when something horrifying stirs in the darkness. Eternal evil haunts this place, and the band members start turning into demons from hell itself.
Oh my God, that sounds like the other movie we watched last year.
But
made by the same people who made that other movie we watched last year.
right. But
Is it going to be the exact same movie?
No,
They
no,
just
no.
change the title?
no.
Okay.
After a day of making music and making love, this band is starting to break up one by one, limb by limb.
So his arm's like going on a solo career. Left arm, solo album,
Yeah,
right arm, whatever.
Is this the story of Def Leppard?
Oh! There's the joke. Coming back at you.
His joke was dated.
I'm sorry, Jay. One-arm Def Leppard jokes never go out of style.
That's true.
Michael, 1984 called. It wants to know what the year 2000 is.
That joke is timeless.
Ooh. The band's lead singer, John Triton, is John Mikel Thor. John Triton.
Like if your name is John Mikel Thor, just call your character that. I don't think I can say enough how awesome that name is.
Okay, I'm with you.
Because Mikel Thor sounds like it could be a normal name until you see how it's spelled.
Because it's not John Mikel Thor.
Yeah.
It's John Mikel Thor.
Uh-huh.
Featuring head-banging heavy metal music by rock sensation John Mikel Thor, and some amazing visual and special makeup effects.
Amazing?
I think they're going to be amazing, but probably not in the way they need.
It fucking better be, because they were amazing last year in Black Roses. It's a lot to live up to.
Let's go fucking rock out, man.
I'm down with it, man. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
That was my rock and roll air guitar heavy metal thing.
Do it again. Okay, great cut.
Okay,
Picturing this in my head, I can see the whole thing with split screens,
four screens.
and nothing matches.
Nothing matches really. Well, obviously.
This is gonna be good.
And then 6 hours. Are they sleeping in a bathtub? Is that a bathtub coffin?
Oh, it's a
think
piano
it's-
bed. The guy was trying to tell him about it earlier.
What is a piano bed?
I don't know.
It's not shaped like a piano.
Or a bed.
It looks like a lambskin bathtub.
It's
Dad!
Now it's a comedy?
Oh no.
I'm out. Goodbye!
Is this a joke? What?
No, Mike, the rest of the movie has been a joke. This is the real movie.
Yeah.
Well, we just had another rock and roll nightmare.
Yes.
And our third film, we found by happenstance. Grabbed it off the shelf based on the title alone.
We just grabbed the first movie we saw. Like, literally. What are we gonna get? I don't know.
Well, it had an intriguing title. It's called Shark Exorcist.
Which, fortunately, was the first movie we grabbed off the shelf.
Okay, so there's a lady with, I guess, shark teeth on the back of the box.
I didn't look at the back of the box. Yeah. I didn't need to.
So the shark is, I guess exorcism implies that the shark is possessed by a demon.
Oh, no.
So there might be demonic transfer.
Oh, no, I know exactly what's going to happen.
Okay.
We're not going to get exciting shark attack footage. A shark is going to possess a woman.
Yeah. So the tag is, yeah, there'll be a shark for 2 seconds.
There'll be a shark for 2 seconds, right, and then we're going to get a woman running around with teeth.
Okay,
this is a mistake.
So the tag is Satan has jaws, and a little nice touch on the back. You're going to need a bigger cross, which is, of course, a reference to The Exorcist. What's so funny?
I'm just thinking about that one scene in The Exorcist.
Yeah. And when Father Karras says, we're going to need a bigger cross, right? You're going to need a bigger cross. A demonic nun summons Satan to a small fishing village where he takes over the bodies of a great white shark and also a young woman. Double possession?
Oh, that's weird. Why did we just grab the first movie? Why didn't we, do a closer inspection?
A chain reaction of evil grips the tiny community as the shredded bodies wash up and the possessed woman stalks the local populace. A Catholic priest arrives in search of his missing brother, and he must fight both.
Well, why the hell is the brother missing?
I don't know.
Is this just an unrelated side plot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's his reason for just showing up into this town, I guess. And he must fight both teeth and temptation on land and sea in order to send both these man-killers back to hell before the devil's tide washes ashore for good. Whew.
This is going to be embarrassing and weird, and at the very least, I'm curious.
I can think of nothing better to do with 70 minutes of my time.
Oh, it's only 70 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Should we go watch the movie now?
I guess so. I kind of can't move. Like my feet won't move.
I just can't will mine to move.
I think it's like a natural reaction.
Like self-defense? Your self-defense body is just kicked in? No.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing this anymore.
Like walking into traffic. Like it's like that survival instinct.
Lord Satan, accept my sacrifice. Send me an avenger.
Nope. I hate
Its
it.
eyes are already glowing. It's not even evil yet.
As far as CGI sharks go, not bad.
Well, what do you bet that was they bought that though?
Oh, sure, not bad, but you know what was bad? Like the perfectly blue background that was clearly not
You
water.
know, that's bad.
That's the thing about almost dying, Emily. It is a real buzzkill.
Yeah,
That was the fucking quote.
The more you know.
It's not normal.
Yeah, what's going on?
This makes the movies better. Look at that ghost. Look at that ghost. There's a ghost.
Oh my God, that's so fucking spooky.
And that big pumpkin.
That's scary.
Very
Everything's
creepy.
scary.
What's up with
It's
that?
very
Why is that pumpkin? It's gonna be on a guy and come
That
at
is
me.
roughly the actual size head of Jacko, our first film.
Yeah, that does look like the Jacko.
It does
pumpkin.
look like it, and it's probably to scale about the same size.
You could put that on your head.
You just need a haysicle
Yeah.
and a bad costume and a bunch of bad actors and
no script.
and a town with 2 streets.
To be fair, I think we counted 3 whole streets, and don't forget the boobs.
Well, there's 2 boobs.
2 boobs, 3 streets.
4 boobs.
4's a crowd.
4 Oh yeah, that's right.
4 boobs.
The one girl, very very briefly.
Yes.
That was the case of like, here's my boobs. All right, are we done?
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing? What's the matter, baby?
Speaking of boobs, Josh, can you tell us all about... No, not you. You don't get to tell us about Jacko, because you can tell us about a better movie. Jay,
Yeah.
I think you're more appropriate to tell us all about Jack-O.
Well, I've been getting the blame for Jacko all day, as if this was my idea.
There's a different man that needs the blame here.
Yeah, we have to blame Patton Oswalt. He recommended that we watch this because it was supposedly Cameron Mitchell's last film.
Technically it is.
Technically, it's
Yeah.
his last credit, but we'll get to that.
Is it possible
Speaking
that...
of which, by the way,
all right.
we got him here.
The patron
Yeah.
saint of Best of the Worst.
Yes. But Jacko is a movie about a wizard who creates a pumpkin monster, and then the wizard dies, and then the pumpkin monster dies, and then many, many centuries later, years later,
5 generations later.
5 generations later,
Let's put it like that.
the pumpkin man comes back, and the descendant of the wizard has to stop him.
By wizard, I assume you mean like we see a guy doing some magical stuff.
Oh no, we cut to 17-year-old footage of John Carradine sitting on a log.
Video footage. Cut
video
into this
footage.
film shot film.
Yeah, they didn't even try and color correct it.
No.
Oh, that's footage of John Carradine that was clearly not shot for this movie.
Yeah.
That's like a...
Oh, now we know why there's a wizard involved.
Because they had footage of
Because they had footage of
John Carradine,
in a hood. That is such a weight off my shoulders now, though. Why wasn't there just a pumpkin monster? Why did we need a wizard?
Yeah.
Why do we need a wizard?
Oh!
None of it fucking matters.
It's fucking terrible.
And it all takes place in the scariest place of all, Florida. That's when I think of nightmares, I think of Florida.
Pure white trash.
How many meth gators were in this movie?
Especially tiny towns in Florida with only 3 streets and
Yeah.
no businesses.
No, yeah. No one has anywhere to go.
No, it's entirely residential apart from there's a graveyard and a playground. What? Why is he...
Fuck you!
He's just there.
Fuck you!
Why are they running through the jungle, Jim? The kids, it takes place on Halloween, and the kids have so few places to go that they go back to the same houses.
Like 3 times.
Yeah, they're out trick-or-treating, and they're like, oh, here's the uppity...
The weird Republicans.
yeah, they're watching like a proto Rush Limbaugh
So it's
show.
a Rush Limbaugh imitation, and yeah, the lady has a British accent.
If she were a dog, I'd have her spayed.
They're in like a dump of a house.
Their house is pretty trashy.
Yeah,
I think it's
so-
supposed to be a mansion, but they just
I think they're just
didn't
putting
have
on
a
airs.
location. Yeah.
What a load of liberal crap, I tell you. Why should I give my money to the government when they aren't giving me any of theirs?
That's so true. That's what I've always said, Richard.
Why is she like an uppity British woman?
Because rich white people
They
talk.
just sound like that?
They believe Halloween's a form of welfare.
They own the grocery store.
Watch.
You looking for a handout?
Yep. Told you.
You want some candy? You want something from me? You pay for it. Got it?
I want to see that character be the sole survivor.
And the lady was like cutting up toast, like so you could dip it in soft-boiled eggs, like British people do.
No.
Like British people do.
I've never cut toast that way before.
No.
Into little strips.
Unless you're making French toast.
Not all of us can afford fancy French toast,
Well,
Mike.
that's
Or knives.
Ugh, come on.
nasty Americans will cut the bread in half and then.
Well, then we're talking about freedom toast.
sophisticated people
That's
cut it. in
that's the
strips.
freedom toast.
Oh,
Red,
okay.
white, and blue powdered sugar, man.
Does anyone remember the blip days? There was that ad for Denny's that would play before like every blip video, where the guy's eating like red, white, and blue pancakes, and they're like, "What does it taste like?" And he's like, "America." Back in the days of Blip TV, that was a commercial that aired all the time.
That was a Denny's ad?
No, I think it was Denny's, yeah.
Red, white, and blue pancakes, huh? What do they taste like? America.
Anyway, I think we're all talking about something other than Jacko.
We're trying to avoid talking about Jacko. So what really happens in Jacko?
A bunch of people fuck around.
Yeah.
They just wander around this one neighborhood. They set up all these characters. It's like character after character after character. We're introduced to...
Name them.
I can't name a single fucking character.
Well, we got Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad. Sean Kelly, who's the little kid.
The little boy and the dad are the modern day version of the McFly farm
Yeah.
from Back to the Future 3,
yeah,
where it's the dad and the son played by the same actors.
Yes.
That's the generation.
Well, the kids played by
The kids.
The dad is too.
No, because the dad's got the mustache.
He's got the dumb
He
doesn't have the butt chin.
He's not. He's like a little pudgy Winnie the Pooh man in the current time.
Cut to it. See who's right.
I thought in the credits it said the father played the father
believe
as
it's
well.
I don't think it
kid,
does. I think
yeah.
it's just the kid that has the dual roles.
But anyway, those are characters, and then we're introduced to more characters.
They did say Tums Festival.
What?
Okay, we have the shower babysitter.
That's Linnea Quigley, the big actor in the movie. Yeah.
And then we have Linnea Quigley's sister, motorcycle boyfriend.
That's the fourth one. Even we didn't realize those were connected.
What? What?
Why is there filth everywhere?
Well, the first chunk of characters is our little Harry Potter kid.
No.
And his two friends, Bully Boy and Girl.
This is what they used to do to witches. They threw rocks at them, tied them up, and burned them. Bobby, don't!
So, here's the other thing about this movie. They live in a very dangerous neighborhood. You know it's very dangerous because even though the parents are in the garage, they need to hire a babysitter to watch their kid in the house.
Yeah.
To go around trick-or-treating all 3 streets with him.
Yeah.
Well, that was the frustrating thing about it, is we were like, okay, this is so fucking simple.
Yeah.
We have Pumpkinhead monster, demon,
He's
come
set
back
up.
from the dead, to go around and kill all these characters we've been introduced to.
Why is it a pumpkin head?
Because Halloween?
Yeah.
Do pumpkins even grow in Florida?
It is a monster. It's not an actual pumpkin. So
That's a question though I have. Like,
Go ahead and tell us, Internet. We'll totally look at your
I
comments.
don't know.
I mean, I assume they get pumpkins for Halloween.
It's a tropical climate. I mean, pumpkins
Well,
are
pumpkins are everywhere in the U.S., but I don't know if they grow them there. Maybe I have to pull them down from Tennessee.
Well, sure.
I don't
sure.
know.
It just doesn't seem like a story or a legend that would originate in a tropical climate.
Sure.
A coconut head.
You think more of a alligator head?
Yeah, coconut head, meth head.
Hey, that's what we're working on the current ones now. Yeah,
plenty of those in
We gotta wait another 20 years, and then meth head's gonna be in the story
I
tradition.
mean, pumpkins don't grow in the summer; they grow in the fall.
Right.
And fall typically happens in the Midwest, in the above a tropical climate region.
Happening right now.
I'm just saying, I don't think pumpkins grow in Florida.
Mike,
I don't know.
I think you've
If you're a Floridian,
go fuck yourself.
put down the meth, stop your shopping cart in the Walmart, and get on your phone and send us a message to let
That's
us know
everywhere, Mike.
if pumpkins grow in Florida, because I don't think they do. And I just don't think they do.
This is an important question.
No, it needed to be the whole fucking head, you lazy son of the bitches.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing, when they get killed, it's very anticlimactic. It's very disappointing.
Yeah. But we know that Jacko is free.
Yeah, Jacko's back, and he's gonna wander around. He'll go to the Republican's house, and then
leave.
And then he'll leave, and he'll go to the main character's house, and then he'll leave and go back to the Republican's house.
He'll have real trouble killing people.
Yeah, that's the thing. You set up your killer, and then he doesn't kill anybody for a long time.
And even the kills we do get are weak as shit. A lot of slit necks or
There is one decapitation. They can only afford one head prop.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Yeah, there you go. We were just saving it for later. Nice.
All right.
Oh, Nicolas Cage, why?
But the best death in the movie was an accident, and Jacko wasn't responsible for it. We have the Republican lady, the fake British lady. We established, they set it up. It's like a Final Destination film, where it's like, oh, she's slipping on her carpet.
Damn rug.
She touches her toaster, and I guess lightning comes out of it.
It's to remind you that a toaster is an electrical appliance.
Yes, otherwise you wouldn't know.
Just in case you're an alien.
They don't have a gas-powered toaster.
Right.
She doesn't have to start it up like a lawnmower. So they set that up, and then the Jacko kills her husband, and she runs back into the house, and then we get the payoff.
Oh, come on!
Wait, what?
They tried to do an ironic thing.
What the fuck is...
Is he a skeleton?
I guess my work here is done.
He just goes, oh, this is awkward.
He should have shrugged. Like if you're gonna do something that stupid, have him just be like, oh.
It wasn't supposed to be stupid. It was supposed to be scary.
That guy is wielding a 6 to 8 foot long haysicle with double handle blade action.
Big bad.
And you know, he has more range of motion than Michael Myers with a butcher knife.
Yeah.
He's got at least 8 to 12 feet of range of motion with this haysicle. And he can't do jack shit with it.
No, he uses that shit as a shovel.
It's embarrassing.
That's right, yeah, when he's burying the kid.
It's downright embarrassing.
Yeah. The movie is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh, little dummy.
Yeah.
That's fun.
At least they knew not to hold on a bit too long.
Yeah, they used just the right amount of frames.
Yeah. And now we have to talk about Cameron Mitchell.
And Patton. Let's go through our timeline here. Exorcist.
Yeah.
Jay and Josh talk about Exorcist.
Okay.
Exorcist 3.
Starring
George C. Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
George C. Scott played General Patton.
Yes.
Patton Oswalt named
after General Patton. That's true.
Patton Oswalt recommended Jacko.
Yeah.
The final film of Cameron Mitchell. And tonight we watch Jacko.
Here's the thing.
I don't think
There's a link.
You know you guys were talking
dating back 6 videos.
All right. I don't quite follow
I don't
you there.
follow you at all.
But here's the thing. When you guys were talking in the intro. You guys were talking
Why
in the
didn't you
intro?
follow me?
Because that makes no fucking sense, Mike. Come on.
Basically what Mike's saying is check out this link to the other Red Letter Media videos.
Yeah, follow the links down below and be sure to smash that like button.
Comments, ring the bell so you get the notifications.
Exorcist 2. Exorcist
Oh, we gotta
1.
go way back to like 2 years ago.
Exorcist 2 has Pazuzu in it. Pazuzu begins with a P. Patton begins with a P. That's a connection, I guess.
And George C. Scott.
Patton was a...
George C. Scott was hit in the groin by a football.
Oh, my God.
My groin!
Oh, my groin!
I don't want to scare you off. I want you to sit back and observe. Welcome to my asylum of horrors.
Oh!
I don't want to scare you off. I want you to sit back and observe.
It's the same footage from
Demon Cop.
Demon Cop.
It's the same. Yeah, at first, because we see him, he's like a horror movie host. The little kids watching him on TV. And at first it's like, oh, they shot it in his room, in his den. There's that lamp. But then we see it again later, and he has it's the exact same footage from Demon Cop.
and it's even the exact same line. He
It's the same. Yeah.
He mentions like the Asylum of Madness or whatever. It's word for word the same line.
The question is, what was that footage originally shot for?
Right.
It wasn't shot for Demon Cop because nothing was originally shot for Demon Cop.
It could just be a thing where it's like a failed project. I got 10 minutes of
like a
him
Bela Lugosi
reading.
Plan 9 thing. Yeah.
And I'm going to give you guys footage.
These are the files of the damned. The stories of those poor, depraved souls.
Overall, Jacko, weirdest biopic about Kennedy's widow I've ever seen. That's pretty good though, right? That's pretty good. I know I messed it up on the original delivery. But
No, it was good.
I was working it out.
Yeah, no.
Jackie O.
Jackie O.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's on him. That's on him.
That's on him.
No,
Yeah.
but
Thanks,
I'm with
Josh.
Rich. It's a bit of a stretch.
Jackie O. Jackie O. Jackie Onassis. Come on, people.
All right, so that was Jack. We got anything else we want to hit on that?
Nope.
It sucked.
It sucked.
It was terrible.
Fucking sucks.
So next,
Yes.
next we have our rock and roll horror movie that we always do for every single year
It is
of the
tradition.
Halloween. We've done it since the beginning.
Have we?
Absolutely.
I think we-
I think there's 1 or 2 years where we didn't. But
Shut
That
up,
was-
100%.
that was dumb.
We've done it every year.
That was a mistake.
So Josh, as our resident music expert, can you please try to unwrap Rock and Roll Nightmare?
The only man in America right now wearing a Danzig t-shirt.
Oh, that can't be true.
I bet Danzig is wearing a Danzig t-shirt.
Exactly. It's me and Glenn. Rock and Roll Nightmare seems like a terrible parody of horror movies for about 50 minutes, and then we find out why.
that's true.
It's really true.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, well, first of all, who is John Michael Thor?
He's a metal musician who had a band called Thor. He basically, his thing was that he was a big muscle man.
There's lightning in my eyes. Oh, anger is my middle name.
He lived to rock.
Yeah. There's a documentary about him.
Yes. So at the beginning of Rock and Roll Nightmare, there's a family that lives in a farmhouse, and they're getting up for the morning, shaving and making breakfast, and all of a sudden the mom opens up the fridge, and there's something in there.
Is she in the oven?
She opened the fridge.
She did open the fridge.
Oh my god! It's a Halloween store prop! Ah!
All right, you got me.
Yeah!
I don't know what any of that was.
That's
but
great.
It happened.
A ghost put her in the oven, or a demon.
Something put her in the.
Wait, was that supposed to be the wife in the oven?
Yeah.
I think so.
I thought it was supposed to be a monster.
No, the wife got put in the oven,
No, because she opened the fridge.
even though she opened the fridge.
That's where the demon came from.
Oh.
She opens up the fridge,
Yeah. Well, that's what makes it confusing.
and it's the first appearance of Gozer. It said its name was Gozer.
Look at all the junk food.
There is no Dana, only Farm Mom.
A lot of the creatures in this movie look like haunted house props.
They're pretty bad.
They're not good.
I'd say they look like Fraggle Rock props.
It's a little Henson-y feel to a lot of them.
But we do get an incredibly bizarre credit sequence. We get like Evil Dead the House credit sequence.
It seems like basically we've got a cat POV.
What?
What was any of that? I thought we were going to get a reveal at the end of it.
Just time killer,
Ontario. USA number 1. What?
Sure.
Pick a side.
Pick a side.
Oh my god. And there's no payoff for any of it.
No, well, and then the credits are over, and then we cut to Thor driving his van.
Yeah, there's a long montage
And that
of
goes
the
on
road
for
trip.
fucking 10 minutes, where it feels like, oh, this is the footage that you have your credits rolling
Absolutely.
over. But we already got the credits, so we're just going to watch a guy drive a van for fucking 10 minutes.
Very long time, and I'm sure that footage of like cat camera was just like testing camera equipment. Like, oh, this will be good B-roll for demon vision.
There's so much in this movie that seems like it was just camera test footage.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Never mind. Don't need that house. It was a cool shot, though.
We had the shot. Just throw it in somewhere.
Do you think he just got like a whole bunch of new camera gear and he's like, let's do some fun
It's
stuff?
just him testing it in the backyard.
Yep.
Yeah. That was that pull in and zoom out shot
Yeah.
that they
Move the
used.
crane through the tree, do a thing.
These are very cool shots. It's a really nice dolly you got there.
Yep.
Look at how smooth this dolly is.
Still driving.
They're going somewhere.
Oh man, they are getting every dollar out of this crane.
Ooh, yeah.
Every single fucking dollar. Oh, and turn it too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Yeah, the van is coming there, and then we're establishing the house. Van house, van house.
Because we understand cinema, we assumed that these two things would meet up, and they do, because the van pulls up to the house.
Can we talk about the van? I want to talk about the van and the band.
Yeah.
Because the van has a double license plate. One is the Ontario, Canada license plate, and below it says "I love America."
USA #1.
USA #1, yes. Right. And so the premise is that this rock band, presumably from America, has come up to a remote farmhouse in Ontario with a barn, which has been retrofitted or augmented into a recording studio by a major record label, RCA, as a recording studio. Rod Stewart has been there, the Rolling Stones,
Alice Cooper,
all sorts. And so is the band from America, or as the band crossed over into the border, did they then get an Ontario license plate? Or are these Canadians that are so embarrassed to be Canadians that they have to pretend to be Americans?
You know the barn over there?
This one.
Yeah, the big barn there.
Yeah.
You know, that recording company, RCA, right? They came here with Alice Cooper. Yeah. And they built a recording studio up there, 24 track.
For the keys, I'd like to have.
Yeah, I have the keys here.
Good.
And
can I?
well, I want to tell you something though. This, this is not the first band that's been here.
No,
you know?
really?
No. We had Bob Stewart here.
Rod. Did he have the keys? One key? Did he have one?
Hey?
Key? No, never mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and also there's a room up there.
Yeah.
In that house there.
This is a bit.
I don't know. God.
Why would you put that bit?
I feel like I was watching a Judd Apatow movie.
There are definitely people in the band that have a Canadian accent,
the abodes
and the
and the
girlfriends in
hosts,
particular have a Canadian accent. But did they pick them up on the way?
They might have,
They might have,
at a truck stop.
The drummer.
They try to establish that house as if it's like in the middle of nowhere, like an Evil Dead situation. But we see a road and we see cars driving past it all the time.
It's not that far out, obviously. The other thing I need to tweet at John Worster so he can look at this movie and tell me if the drums are period correct. He will know.
Is that the guy who invented the sauce?
No.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
That's an English descendant.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
It's just a little joke. Relax, everybody. Relax. No need to jump down my throat like some Worcestershire sauce.
All right.
Relax. Jesus.
There you go.
Oh, that's music.
What'd you think it was?
I thought it was like bacon frying. It's so
trouble.
tinny. What? I thought it was the sound of the guy cooking. It's like so. There's no like bass in there. It's
They go and have their first rehearsal.
That's right.
Which is also a recording, I guess.
Yeah, the manager's running tape, even though it's a rehearsal. But you know what? You want to Neil Young it. You want to go ahead and run tape at all times, just in case the magic happens.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's true.
That's a thing, apparently.
Yeah. And we noticed
Neil Younging it.
Neil Young never rolled tape while he was practicing. That's the thing he was getting at.
Is that?
No, he always.
I think you horribly misunderstood.
Oh,
yeah, the opposite. It's a switch.
I thought you were saying he was bare naked ladiesing it. They always ran.
One of the members had a coke problem and had to leave the band.
Yes, then I am saying that.
Oh my God, a coke problem in rock and roll?
No.
There's no coke in this movie. There's no drugs in this movie.
There's no drugs in this movie.
There are
no.
cokes. They're placed upon the...
Oh, that's right there.
Yeah, John
hanging above the door.
John Nickel Thor can't go right. He can't go right at the end unless he's got a Coca-Cola.
And remember, he places his coke on the little rubbery hand of the monster.
On the little penis monster, yeah.
Oh my God! Now we're watching a Muppet movie.
So there is a ton of coke in this
I
movie,
guess, yeah.
but it's not the coke you would think of with a rock band.
It's a metaphor
For Coke.
for coke. The coke is a metaphor for coke. This whole movie's about drug addiction.
The bare naked
Because
ladies have more coke.
we're gonna take our friend out to the middle of nowhere, so they can kick the drugs.
That's right, little detox.
Oh, like Evil Dead.
Like the Evil Dead remake. Yeah. That's what this movie's about.
It's a little detox, but as it turns out, Oh, yeah, and so you know
At
what?
the end, he has to confront his demon.
And he also needs to shed his friends who were part of his old drug lifestyle.
They were a part of the problem.
They were part of the problem. So his friends,
Wow.
he shed his friends and confronted his demons.
Yeah.
Fuck, Jay, that kind of works.
This is a great film.
What? What? That's the actual monster? What the fuck was that? I was looking at my phone.
Can't be doing.
Oh, that's his cup.
Yeah.
But it didn't actually vomit anything.
A little bit.
It rolled in
fallen
it.
off.
Oh, did it? I
Yeah,
didn't
but
see anything.
I think it was supposed to spit up, but it just
failed.
Didn't work.
And they just left it.
So the manager, who has just drank from the cup with the demon semen in it, who may or may not be possessed, goes down in the basement of the barn to look for more drumsticks.
And then all of a sudden,
gets seduced.
He's not affected
He's
by
not
the demon
affected
semen
by
at
the
all.
demon semen at all.
Making that pointless.
no, but he just has visions basically.
That is my point, is that it is pointless.
Well, yeah.
And we'll find out why as we go on with the movie.
Oh, he's made of dog food.
Or the demons weren't necessarily coordinating, and the little penis demon can't really do any magic, and he's just like, I'm gonna spit in his shit, right? And like that's all he can do. Like,
But then he sends the bigger demon down to look like the lady. What? What?
What?
There's nobody over
There's
there.
nobody over there. Did you see a ghost?
I really thought like Rich was walking over here.
I tell you, this building's haunted.
I think.
I'm not gonna lie. 7 minutes ago, I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye.
Oh my God! We have a ghost in
I
the
swear,
studio.
Rich, when I'm here by myself, sometimes I think I see somebody walking, and oftentimes I've heard my name.
I really felt like Rich was right behind me here. And I was like, so I thought he was doing a bit.
We gotta get a shark exorcist in here.
We gotta set up the EVPs.
Electro voice phenomenon. I think we need Ghost Adventures to investigate.
We need Zach Baggins to come in.
here. Yeah.
Zach Baggins.
All right.
Maybe he could buy some of the things we have around here.
Give us $600,000 for our shit.
We're selling everything.
See that guy? That's like $200. Come on.
Yeah.
These things behind us are haunted. Y'all don't put them in your museum, okay?
They're pretty spooky.
Rich saw something move that ladder. It's haunted, Zach. Just put it in your museum next to Ed Gein's cauldron.
There you go.
Oh my God.
No!
Oh.
Oh!
And cut. Cut away.
No, hold on that for as long as possible.
As we find out, there are many different demons throughout.
Yes.
It's very diverse in hell, as far as we can tell. Not like Canada.
More diverse than our rock band, because we couldn't tell anybody apart. All the guys had the same hair, and all the ladies had the same hair, and I didn't know who was who.
And also that puppet that remember, someone stuck their hand in a refrigerator and a fried chicken came to life.
Oh yeah,
And
that was done
It
before.
had a mouth on it, and clearly the puppeteer expected it to be lit moodily, and you could see like the rubber and the black.
So it's kind of like Skeletor in the Masters of the Universe movie, when you can see the nostrils and it's just painted black.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Frank Langella's favorite role.
Good for him. He gave it his all.
He also puppeteered the chicken puppet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He needed to pay some bills after the Masters of the Universe movie. Yeah.
Well, the most notable one is when the one guy takes the guy takes the girl down to the lake.
How did you find out about this place, Stiggy?
Actually, I only heard about it.
She's like, how did you find out about this place? And it's like, we're 5 feet from the house.
Yeah, I looked out my window and I
Yeah.
saw a fucking lake.
Ready.
So am I.
Oh, no sound effects or anything?
But yeah, like a hand comes out of his chest or out of his stomach.
And grabs her boob like a 13-year-old pervert.
Yeah. Well, that's something to point out. This movie feels like it was written by a 13-year-old. The whole movie.
there's a lot of sex scenes and nudity, and they're all shot very clumsily.
Yeah.
Really just a lot of flesh pressed.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Grandma's disability shower and the sex scene in that?
Massage only grandma, yeah.
Let's awkwardly get into the shower.
Oh no.
Oh no, look, it's
Just cut to him in the shower.
it's a weak ass shower too. Look at like two little streams.
Silent massage.
The grungy white tile, the little spurts of water, and
Yeah. Nobody wants to get that wet in there.
I assume the house was like a farmhouse, like off the grid. They had a big water tank in the back.
Yeah,
They had a
generator.
shower set to like just.
Don't use too much water.
Yeah, we got to have it refilled.
Well, it's also awkward because they don't. You could just like cut to them in the shower, but we see them like turn it on and awkwardly get in.
Yeah.
It's like we don't need to see any of this.
Yeah, you don't do the awkward.
get a little kiss in, get a little boobie in there, and then you go, and then you're out.
It would be like we're watching somebody fumble with a bra for 5 minutes. That could have been in this movie.
Yeah,
It really could have
yeah.
been in this movie.
Why?
But here's the thing. As we get to the end, finally John Micklethorpe's girlfriend is taken over by the demons. And then John Micklethorpe does some dishes.
And is that after John Michael Thor left, when John Michael Floor showed up?
Did I? I didn't. Did I?
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
All right,
we'll just
whatever.
call him Thor.
What?
No, I heard a noise.
I just moved my legs.
Is that what it was? It sounded like it came from back
Oh
there.
no, I slid the slate.
Oh.
Are you scared of ghosts?
Apparently now I'm scared of spooky ghosts. The movie gets just a little too wacky at this point.
It almost seems like he is like being so dumb. He's ignoring all these signs of demons. Like a demon shoots himself at him, and he's like, "Whoa! I dropped my pen."
Yeah.
Very slapsticky.
Yes, for just like 5 minutes, it gets kind of wacky.
And then the girlfriend shows up.
You haven't been listening to me. I told you they were dead, and so
Oh
my God!
Whoops! Really?
She fell down. She fell down.
No.
She. This is.
This whole reveal is like it
It's
took the
embarrassing.
movie to. Well, I was gonna say it took the movie to a higher level.
It did, yeah. For us. For
us,
our enjoyment.
Because
It's also embarrassing.
the entirety of the movie before this seems like it would have been like a shitty horror movie ripoff. It turns out it was supposed to be.
You see, I do know you.
But your woman, the others, your band, your groupies, what of them?
Never here, bub. Merely shadows I created to entertain your little friends.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, but
Just characters I drew from horror movies. I've been here all alone.
What?
I knew if I pissed you off long enough, you'd make a personal appearance.
Is he an angel?
Of course he fucking is.
What?
He's Thor.
Oh my God!
Yeah!
Oh, I've never been more embarrassed for a person.
And he just made all this up because he was trying to pull Beelzebub out of hiding.
Yes, to fight him in an epic battle.
This is the most epic battle.
Epic battle.
You wish to battle with me again.
I'm sure it seemed like a good idea at the time.
It's a great idea right now. You do.
What is? What are those little guys?
Little guys.
No.
They're gonna do battle.
By throwing puppets at each other. No.
Holy shit!
Why did this become awesome?
They're rubber starfish.
I don't really care if they keep doing this for another hour. This,
as long as the score keeps fucking rocking.
This has turned into the best movie.
There you go.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah! Punch him! Punch him!
But that fight is the most amazing thing, and that twist.
That puppet is embarrassing.
Everything about it is great. Like, because I didn't think throughout the rest of the movie, because you think like Rock and Roll Nightmare, and you see like this cover, and you're like, oh, awesome heavy metal horror film, and then the movie's like a bunch of people hanging out in a barn house.
He's dressed down for the most time. John Michael Thor is wearing like pajamas.
He's wearing like ladies, like a little girl's pajamas.
Yeah,
he has polka dot lady pajamas on.
Yeah. So you kind of like, oh, this isn't what you think this movie's gonna be.
We're used to seeing misleading images on our
This looks like the cover to Deathstalker 3.
Yeah. But then it delivers in the most epic battle between good and evil. Yeah.
Delivers in being the most embarrassing ending of a movie I've ever seen.
You're absolutely wrong. It's amazing, and it's an amazing twist.
You win this time. This place is yours. I will swear.
Oh, firework! The firework in front of the camera.
Sweet.
You didn't have to do much to defeat Satan.
No, just punch him a little bit.
I think the weird thing to think about, though, if you think about this movie with any sort of logic, is that he has created all of his bandmates.
Yeah.
He's created his van. He's created everything. And then all of his creations, he said, go fuck.
It would have been great if they went to like after we got the big reveal that he's been, you know, all these friends or people that he manifested. If then we cut back to the reality, like just quick cuts of different scenes from the movie.
Oh, like flashback?
Yeah, like
Ooh.
flashbacks. And yeah, you see him in the shower and he's just like masturbating.
and going like this. Yeah.
And then we cut to him rocking out with his band, and it's just him.
It's just him playing bass, doing dishes, still doing dishes. Just like, But yeah, honestly, when you mentioned something about this being the most embarrassing ending, it's not even the most embarrassing ending of the night. Either of these movies is more embarrassing at the end than Rock and Roll Nightmare.
That's a tough call.
I don't think it is.
I'm gonna say it's the most entertaining.
That's fucking
filming an underage girl in a mall with your cell phone.
After the movie's over.
Most embarrassing thing.
Oh, Rich.
Hey.
Hi.
Josh told me I needed to be here immediately.
Well, you helped me pick Shark Exorcist.
That's
This is your fault.
So you share partial blame.
All right. Business.
Yeah.
It's business time. On this show, we have watched some amazing films. You know, Skull Forest.
Yes.
Suburban Sasquatch. And today, we have watched a old man masturbate to women getting off with sharks.
We watched someone's fetish film.
Basically, yes.
We watched a director who made a movie as an excuse to watch women writhe on the ground, basically.
That's I don't like that. I don't like this movie.
I don't think we've seen this level of blatant sleaze
We have.
since D.B. Cooper versus Bigfoot.
Yeah, this is the other side of that.
And sadly, this is one step above that.
I was going to say one step below. This is worse than D.B. Cooper.
Yeah. D.B. Cooper meets Bigfoot.
Yeah, D.B. Cooper versus Bigfoot. Yeah.
Had a better story.
Yes.
I don't think I can agree with that.
I understood the story in that one. I don't know. I have no idea what happened.
There was
in
a
this
lot
movie.
of like shirtless hiking, but it had a better story.
But you understood what was happening.
And it made more sense.
There wasn't much story, but you understood what was happening through the whole thing.
They might have a point, and I knew what happened at the end of D.B. Cooper versus Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Whereas
This was like the Return of the King. It had multiple endings, and I didn't understand any of them.
That's true. The end of this is probably the most off-putting thing we've done.
Yeah.
We should point out, like, you hear the title Shark Exorcist, and we're like, oh, is this going to be like a Sharknado, like a
Asylum?
Yeah, like an intentionally bad thing, because those aren't fun. But we previewed a couple minutes of it, and we're like, oh, this seems to be taking itself relatively seriously. Let's watch the whole film.
Whoops!
Whoops!
And then you guys
yeah, Mike says it's only 70 minutes. How bad could it be?
It's a long 70 minutes when you're deeply uncomfortable.
I just felt something, Michelle.
It was my leg. I accidentally bumped you.
This movie starts off with a satanic nun who murders a woman for reasons that are never explained.
Yeah.
And then beseeches Satan to just have a demonic shark come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not even like just a shark gets possessed by a demon. It's just she just manifests a demonic shark.
It's a demon shark. So there is a pre-existing demon shark, right?
Yeah.
This shark exists.
Sure.
I guess.
I think it's the spirit of the demonic nun that inhabits the shark.
But she doesn't die.
Lord Satan, accept my sacrifice. Send me an avenger.
Then we cut to modern day. And there are
Modern day is 1 year later.
It was 1 year later, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Technically speaking, that is modern day.
You're right. Three ladies are going to tan at the beach.
Yes.
Neither are accomplished.
Yeah. Well, two of them are very disappointed when they realize that the beach isn't a water park.
Yes, the one girl wants a water park.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not a water park. It's just a lake, just a plain old normal lake.
I know it's lake, but they've got to have some kind of monster water slide, right?
Nope, sorry, just a plain old lake.
Well, is there at least a wave pool?
Turns out there is no beach. There's no sand. There's like a muddy, dirty, grassy, like park.
It looks more like a river than a lake. Nothing is what they say it is.
There's even a no swimming sign.
The cameraman or the crew aren't blatantly in the reflection on the car. That's something.
Oh, Jay.
Could be worse.
I know.
You could just see Donald Farmer right there. Oh, there's the
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
It's not the like Miami Beach kind of area that the filmmaker probably envisioned with
Yes.
sharks.
Right.
So one of the
There are no sharks in rivers in Tennessee, which is where the film
Mike,
is.
this is a demon shark. It can swim in rivers.
It can swim in water that's this
It
deep.
can swim in
It
water that's
does.
this deep.
The shark swims in a chlorinated pool at one point. It can go wherever it wants.
True. That, oh God!
In the most uncomfortable scene
Yes.
ever put to film.
We'll get to that, everybody.
Which one?
When the adult,
The pool scene.
the adult woman who may or may not be an adult playing a child or being an adult playing a.
Is that more or less comfortable than the person who might actually be a child later on in the movie?
In the mall,
Can we just stop talking about the movie?
in the mall outside of Claim.
We don't need to keep doing this.
Yes, Jay, that's our job. We do a service to the community.
Our demon shark, who is swimming in the muddy waters of Tennessee, bites one of the 50 identical blonde women in this movie, which causes her to turn into a demon shark.
I don't know if you call it a bite.
That must be a very tiny shark.
Yeah. Well, she's getting pulled down by it before it even gets to her.
Yeah.
Right,
It also has like 5 feet of water.
Yeah, her knees are touching the bottom there.
I guess she's dead.
Yeah, there's no beach.
Why not film it at a beach?
There's not one nearby.
You're my best friend, Al. You gotta stay with me.
You're my best friend, Ellie.
Oh no, they put blood on her leg.
Her horrible shark attack?
That's the shark bite.
Jesus fuck.
That's not a life-threatening shark bite.
It's not a bite.
It clearly is.
The shark
The
scratch.
shark wasn't anywhere near. She just skinned her knee.
Nothing happened. That's not even a wound.
She
that's
spilled
the-
some ketchup on herself.
That's the
It's
best
like
you can
the
do.
shark swam by and then one of its teeth just fell out and
Yeah.
grazed her leg.
And then they put fake blood on her.
Well, someone stole this footage.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's sad.
No, they totally filmed this.
They had permission from the hospital.
Yeah.
They don't just secretly walk
Whose
around.
mom were they visiting in the hospital?
Right.
For context, the director,
Donald Farmer.
Donald Farmer,
Old McDonald.
who has a cameo in the film as a TV news reporter, right?
Oh God, and he is.
He looks like exactly who you would think made this movie.
Oh
At
God.
first, I thought he might be the cameraman for the ghost hunting show.
Oh, damn!
Hello, I'm Nancy Chase, and welcome to another episode of Ghost Whackers, where we explore the paranormal.
Zach Matthews does that all the time, right, with the fingers?
Ooh.
Oh no, there's
That's him.
Donald Farmer.
Shooting it on a handy cam?
like a overweight pervert, but he's an elderly pervert.
He's an elderly overweight pervert.
So, is this a swimming test?
Donald Farmer was always a pervert, but he got to the point where he was so old that eventually his money wasn't enough to get the babes anymore, so he had to make a shark movie. And that's the only way he's going to look at half-naked titty flesh anymore.
Well, it's important to point out his fetish. There's no like actual nudity in the movie.
Right.
That's not his thing. His thing is watching women in bikinis writhe in the dirt.
Spirits coming me. Oh, yes.
Writhe in the dirt, really into sharks,
Sharks, yeah.
and also vomiting.
There's something more sleazy about this than your movies with real nudity, because he probably said, "Oh, there's no nudity. Don't worry, there's no.
Yeah.
You just go and swim and wear a swimsuit."
Yeah, to the point where like they wear swimsuits under their clothes, where it's like, oh, I guess I'm just going to be in a swimsuit now.
The girl with Down syndrome had a swimsuit under her clothes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the scene. Let's
talk
just
about
get it out of
the
way.
most controversial scene.
Well, the premise. Her next victim she finds at the playground.
Hi, I didn't see you here. Wanna play? I like your sharks. Me too, sharks are so cool. No, please don't eat
Is she playing a child?
No,
I think
yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah, she's playing a child.
Yeah, okay.
That's it.
Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Let's just go with that. Couldn't find any actual
Couldn't
children.
find a child accident. Oh, that's bad casting.
Let's just go ahead and keep the child party in the movie.
So what do you like to do, Allie? I like to get wet.
What? We don't know if this was a grown-up girl, a grown-up woman playing a child, or if the character was supposed to be an adult with
some sort of
mentally challenged. Because girl who has been slightly injured by a shark, who is now possessed by a demon shark, lures her to a pool.
Okay, I can take a hit.
Wait, I thought you were simple.
Demon Shark Lady tries to seduce her. She does sexual things either towards a child or to someone with mental problems.
Well, and also wore a bathing suit under her clothes at the children's playground.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, none of it adds up.
All problem, all bad.
All problem, all bad. That's
Why not do like a lesbian thing? Like, come on, let's go swim.
Too edgy.
Because then you could be sexy, right?
But is she supposed to be playing a child?
Yeah, I think so, and that's terrifying.
No, I think even worse. I think she's playing like someone with mental problems.
Yeah, I think she's supposed to be mentally challenged.
Oh, God. I don't like it either way.
That's fucked up.
Yes.
Especially since there's an erotic element.
Yes.
It's bad.
Is it better if she's playing a child?
No, I don't know.
None of it's good. None of it's good.
Robert Farmer, Richard Farmer, whatever his name is.
Donald Farmer.
Donald Farmer. Stay away from his productions. I'm sure. Oh, actually, this is 2015. Released in 2016.
So he's probably still making movies right now. He's working on his big octopus film.
Oh no! So many suckers.
There are girls being born in Tennessee right now that will appear in
That someday will be in a Donald Farmer film.
He'll be 78 and be like,
Get in your swimsuit. Roll around in the dirt.
How do you feel about vomiting on her?
Pretend you're having a seizure. You're possessed or whatever. Lick the shark. Lick the shark.
Well, we got to talk about the Ghost Whackers show, where
Well, that's part of a whole thing where the actual plot of this movie was only like 40 minutes long, and there's a lot that just feels like it was added on after. This is one of them.
yes,
no. Ghost Whackers came in early.
It came in early.
it
but I
came in
gotta-
early, but it had nothing to do with anything.
The only thing that was added on was when he was filming a 11-year-old girl.
That was literally added on.
Ghost Whackers came in early.
Yeah, but that subplot doesn't affect the main
It doesn't
plot at
go
all.
anywhere.
It doesn't
That's
go
the thing.
anywhere.
On our last episode, I attempted to make a psychic connection with those who died.
Why are you talking about this? This is so confusing.
Why do you keep looking away from your cameraman?
I really want to think the actual show is just her not facing the camera for like minutes on end.
The actual show is the back of her head.
Yeah.
I'm Brianna Bennett from Ghost Fakers, and I've been on these shark attacks since they first started, and that's just what they are, shark attacks. No ghosts and no demons.
Where's your cameraman?
Yeah,
She just went there to steal her cameraman.
Because if you say this to her cameraman, he can edit it out.
Yeah, you're just storming her show.
It's not live TV.
Right.
It's just the way.
And he's like,
I guess I'll shoot. I don't know.
I love like and how big he is.
Yeah.
He's like,
Do you think the actress forgot which camera was the real one?
Because they were both that same little handy
Yeah,
cam.
and she just like, I'm gonna look at this one, and Donald Farmer's
like, I don't give a shit.
He's like, fuck, I don't care, just ride her on.
Bend over and pretend you're possessed.
We gotta get through this to the puking scene. That's very important.
Regurgitation. That's the word.
We only have 2 minutes to film this scene before the cops show up.
I'm on a list.
It's despicable. Having this on our show is even despicable.
Yeah, the fact that we're giving this guy attention.
I know.
I feel like we're on a list now.
Can we just real quick just say, don't watch Shark Exorcist.
Yes. This isn't like this movie's so
Yeah,
bad
no.
you should watch it.
Real quick,
Just
yeah.
don't watch it.
No, we all felt bad watching it.
This movie has no nudity, and it managed to feel about 10 times more disgusting than the two other movies that were filled with nudity.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was tasteful nudity.
Yes.
As far as
It was
B movies go, it was fine. Yeah.
Elegant, beautiful, sensual, loving. I mean, compared to this was like the disgusting filth
Tasteless
at the bottom of a
non-nudity.
sewer. Yeah, it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
I think what Jay, you had a really great point where it's like there was no like story that they needed to like fluff up with boobies, right? This was nothing but women in bikinis writhing on the floor.
See, we'll see. I was just thinking while you started talking.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen movies, right, where it's like the filmmaker's a pervert, and it's ladies showering and running around in bikinis. This is just a notch or two below
Well,
that.
some of those, it's like, well, one, at least they're shot on like film. At least they have a story.
Lighting.
They have characters. I mean, this is like a home movie, basically.
Yes, but it's even worse because it's like, okay, you can't okay. It's weird to say, okay, women in bikinis on the beach or showering or whatever is a fetish. It's not really a fetish. It's just normal. Women in a dirty park with sharks
and an unrelated stranger taking pictures of them that has no payoff.
Oh, wow, whoa, we got to get to that.
No, Grace. Damn you. Damn her. For all eternity.
I'll kill you! No!
Wait a minute.
What happened to her mind?
She's not tied up?
What?
They were just.
She was just doing that for the fun of it?
She was willfully holding her arms up there.
Wait, what?
Like,
Wait,
what? Is the moon exploding? What? She's laughing.
She's laughing.
She's laughing.
What the fuck is happening?
The movie just stopped. A shark came out of a supernova.
What was that?
I don't know.
The fuck is any of that?
Someone went to Mardi Gras.
No.
That feels like an ending. It doesn't make sense, but
Who's this?
And this is where it really gets, where it's like, oh, this is only 50 minutes long.
Yeah.
We got to get the movie longer. So we watch this very like muscular woman walk from her car, and we just follow her down to the not even the beach. It's another
dirty lawn.
It's dirt. It's more dirt. It's all dirt.
I think it's the exact same patch of dirt from the beginning of the movie.
It is.
Probably.
Yeah. It's that same park.
The very same part.
Yeah, but then
Which means he lives near there.
Oh god, he lives under there.
Oh god, like parents probably bring their kids through there every now and then, and he's somewhere nearby watching, thinking about sharks.
Watching the kids?
Just families and people.
And it goes on, and it's like 10 minutes after the story of the movie is over.
The story is done.
The story is done.
Resolved.
And this is just a thing that happens.
What the hell is happening?
We are filling time.
Yeah, they just ran out of movie.
This is insanity. This is pure insanity.
What the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
That creeper taking photos of her, she wakes up, he's gone. She does scream at the camera. Because the nun comes back.
Which is probably just footage from the opening that they reused. Because you just see her stabbing off camera. There's no connection between the two.
Exactly. And then more credits roll. Or no, then the credits roll.
Yeah.
Martin Scorsese thinks Marvel movies aren't cinema. Why don't he watch his Shark Exorcist?
Oh no, we're just gonna get shots of aquariums.
Oh god.
It's not cinema.
Wait.
What is this?
And then there is a mid-credits break where we follow what might be a kid or might be an adult.
I'm leaving for this.
I'm going to assume that this person is 18 or over because they had to fill out paperwork to be in a movie.
Or her parents were okay with it.
So, but we, again, much like the bodybuilder, we are creepily following this girl through the mall.
But this is what I wanted to get to is getting back to the shark stuff. We hold on her like pulling out stuffed sharks.
Yeah. Yes.
And just like one after the other. And we were like, what the fuck is this anymore?
That's right. Then afterwards, she has a little plastic shark that she's like rubbing on her body and kissing. And
in public.
You see like elderly people getting foot massages on the on, like the massage chairs behind her.
Yes.
It's very bizarre.
They're in a mall.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's clearly not a movie anymore. If it ever was, it's not now.
The human brain cannot comprehend this. It's like the vastness of the universe. It's like,
I'm done. I don't know about you guys, but I'm done.
Which it hasn't ended yet.
I need to see how
We saw credits. It's done.
No!
No!
Don't lower it out of frame.
No!
What? Oh.
What? I think Donald Farmer is a man whose mother had a seizure while spanking him for watching Jaws.
Oh!
Was he masturbating at the time?
Yes, he was. Yes.
You never know when those wires are going to get crossed.
Well, I think the point being that don't watch Shark Exorcist.
No.
Do not support this film or anything this man does. Even if we've made it sound funny or weird, don't do it.
It's creepy, man.
Don't
it's
do
just
it.
creepy.
It crosses that line in a big old way.
We're different people than we were at the beginning of the night.
Yeah, we've seen the things we shouldn't see.
Yeah,
and that was Shark Exorcist.
Yeah.
Demon, be gone!
We're gonna need a bigger cross.
Okay, so we have seen we've seen 2 spooky movies.
We've seen one legitimately frightening movie tonight.
So it comes to that time of the evening where we need to talk about the best of the worst. Rich.
The last 7 minutes of Rock and Roll Nightmare.
Not even like, oh, that makes the rest of the movie better.
No, just specifically the last 7 minutes of Rock and Roll Nightmare.
Okay,
that's fair.
That's fair.
Absolutely fair. Jay, any thoughts on best of the worst?
I mean, it's Rock and Roll Nightmare. It really, like, the movie is somewhat tedious, but that ending, to me, elevated the entire thing. Yeah, it's Rock and Roll Nightmare. That's the only choice, really.
Until we go to Mike. What do you got for best of the worst?
Yeah, Shark Exorcist. I'm so sorry.
You have a writhing fetish.
What are your hands doing on the table?
I appreciated the bad puppet of Beelzebub with his rotator cuff arm. And the epic fight between He-Man and
Satan.
But it didn't make up for the first 90 minutes.
Oh no, you're not really picking Shark Exorcist.
Pardon me. You mind?
I do actually. If you're picking Shark Exorcist, I do mind.
Yeah. You shut the fuck up. It's my time to talk.
I just want to understand if this is the movie you're picking.
Maybe some weird fetishism.
To be the best movie we've seen tonight.
No. Best of the worst. I know.
Well, obviously no on Jacko.
90%, 10% fun.
Yeah.
100%, whoa, something else. Even if it was made by a sick fetishist, it was new to the palate. Palate may not have been the best word.
Mike, what does dirty seizure porn taste like?
Dirty shark seizure porn. It was weird. I'm going with Shark Exorcist as best of the worst. Pressure's on you, Jack.
Oh, the pressure. Yeah.
There's literally no pressure because it's Rock and Roll Nightmare,
Yeah.
because it's overall a fine horror movie, and then the last 7 minutes when he turns into an angel is brilliant.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I enjoyed it.
No, you didn't.
We just talked for an hour about how it was the most uncomfortable we've all been.
Let me clarify. I've seen this. I've never seen this. Why this movie was made, like the story behind it.
I have to go now.
Rich, which movie do you want to destroy?
Shark
Exorcist. Shark Exorcist.
Fine.
Because it's insulting
Go
to
ahead.
all of us.
Go
We
ahead
have
and
to
destroy it.
that.
I don't care. I'm just saying, I never seen anything like it.
I'm calling HR Monday morning. I can't work with this.
Wait, Josh, come back.
What?
Come back.
What?
Yes, Josh, that's right.
What?
What's your pick for
We're-
best of the
yeah,
worst?
The Rock and Roll Nightmare.
Yeah, it's Rock
Yeah,
and
what
Roll
the
Nightmare.
fuck's wrong with you?
Anything you want to destroy?
Shark Exorcist.
Okay,
Of course.
Let's yeah.
Happy Halloween.